January 24th, 2013, Kody Henshaw's radio interview on ESPN's 106.7.
Sports, I'm Mike Scavara, and as all of our guests appearing on our Federated Insurance Hotline, as they do all the time. Again, for all your business insurance needs on Evansville's east side or Warwick or Spencer counties, contact LB Ransom at 480-9462 on Evansville's west side. Posey or Gibson County, contact Tim Major at 499-1058. And on our Federated Insurance Hotline, we've got one of the senior wrestlers over at Memorial High School, Kody Henshaw. Welcome to All About Sports, Kody.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I tell you what, a long season. This is what you guys wrestle for because you've got sectionals coming up. But before we take a look at your sectionals and your opponent over on Castle Saturday morning, let's kind of look back at the season and really not too far back because at 152 pounds, you were the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference champion. Just give us your thoughts on that day and how you were able to come away with the championship and get the blue ribbon.
It was a lot of fun. The win obviously added to the great day, but it all started with a long season of practicing and working hard with all the guys in the room and the great coaching we have going on in there.
Well, that's great. Well, again, being a wrestler, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of conditioning, but you certainly have to be able to develop some wrestling skills. Without, I guess, giving away a scouting report on you, but what are some of your favorite moves that you like to do on the mat?
It depends on who I'm wrestling, I guess. I like neutral a lot and head outsides, I guess, but it varies on the person you wrestle.
All right, well, you've had a great senior season, Kody, 29-5, again, the number one seed in the sectional. You are the Memorial Invitational winner, being a captain. Just kind of take us through, not everybody gets to be a wrestler in high school. Kind of take us through what the things that you had to do to come away with a successful season that you've had.
It takes a lot of hard work, obviously, and a lot of work in the off season that me and my teammates did, and just dedication and pushing through the times that you just want to stop wrestling because it's so hard. But a lot of dedication for sure.
You're one of the captains on a team that went 22-4. You've got to be certainly proud of that, and being a responsibility, a captain in a wrestling team. Kind of share with our listeners what that's all about.
Yeah, looking into the season, you wouldn't expect our team to have done that well, but our guys put in a lot of hard work. They did what they had to do, and we were able to come up with a lot of wins this year.
Well, kind of give us the history of your wrestling. I know last year you were a semi-state qualifier, but your senior season, it's hard to believe that you're just kind of winding it down in your career. How long is your career? What got you into wrestling? And kind of give us the Kody Henshaw wrestling history.
Well, it all started when I was little. I just kindergarten, and I just started wrestling because it was one of the sports they had available, and then I just continued on. And coming into 8th grade year, I almost played basketball instead, which would have been a bad decision. But Coach Schaefer caught me in the middle of it and talked to me a lot. And good thing he did because it brought me back.
All right, Kody Henshaw, one of the senior wrestlers over at Memorial. He'll be number one seed over at the Castle sectional, another sectional at Central going on as well. As being a wrestler, I tell you what, it takes a special mentality, I think, to be out there on the mat. It's a team sport, but you're all alone out there on the mat against your opponent. Just kind of give us your thoughts on how you have to prepare, not only physically but mentally, for a match.
Yeah, you definitely have to push yourself, and you have to think about more than just yourself when you're out there, because you got to know if you give up the big points to another team, that it's not only going to look bad on you, but it's going to hurt your team more than anything. And if you can work your hardest and just keep the match close, even if you can't get the win, thinking about your team, then you can change a lot of things in the team aspect.
Well, obviously, you'd like to pin your man as fast as you can and get off the mat. But take us through. I know there are 3 or 2-minute periods, and kind of take us through what's the strategy of being a wrestler in high school.
Well, you obviously try to condition for a 6-minute match to go as long as you can. But if you're able to get the pin, it helps you, especially in a tournament, because you don't have to waste as much energy and you have more energy for the rest of the matches. But it also gives your team extra points, and it helps them out. It helps make up for lost points and gain points that aren't there before.
Well, obviously, Saturday morning over at Castle, you'll be wrestling all day there, and hopefully you'll be wrestling in the final round and earn a championship. What is Kody Henshaw going to do between now and Saturday morning to get yourself ready for the sectional wrestling meet?
Well, we worked real hard in practice all week, so that was good preparation, and that's in my head now. So I know I had a full week of practice. That was great. And just a lot of rest and keeping the fluids up as long as I can.
Well, going through a practice, it's got to be pretty grueling. Kind of share with our listeners what you all do in practice.
Well, we start with a lot of running, a lot of times at first, and get warmed up and go through some drills just to get loosened up as more. And then we'll do live wrestling, which is just matches against your teammates for conditioning, which is probably one of the hardest things we do all practice, believe it or not.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference tournament, winning that certainly has got to be a great accomplishment, because the SIC, one of the toughest conferences in the state, I would presume, because I know the Memorial, you guys travel all over the state and take on different teams in different tournaments. Kind of compare the wrestling in the conference as opposed to the people that you've wrestled out of conference.
Well, the conference is tough, and it always has been. And as you go north, you find a lot of competition as well. I think it varies from year to year, but every year we have one of the toughest conferences, I would say, here in the Southern Indiana.
All right, well, you're kind of wrapping up your high school career in the wrestling. You'd like to see it extended, I'm sure, for several weeks get to Banker's Life in the state finals, as that'll happen next month. But if you were going to give some advice to some youngsters out there, or to some parents who have youngsters who have an interest in wrestling, Kody Henshaw, what would you tell them?
I would say listen to people when they tell you that it goes fast, and do as much as you can with the sport, because at times it'll get hard, but if you stick with it, it pays off.
All right, well, that's good. It helps you, I'm sure, in a lot of different ways, physically and mentally as well. Okay, what's the favorite thing that you like to do on the wrestling mat?
Help my team out and have a big win with our team.
All right. Well, Kody Henshaw, we appreciate you and all the rest of your teammates, and we'll wish the best of luck to all the wrestlers in the area, and hope they can continue up the ladder and participate. Kody, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
All right. Kody Henshaw on our Federated Insurance Hotline, as wrestling kind of wrapping up the regular season. Well, that has wrapped up the regular season. They'll start tournament play this Saturday. Along with us, our host sponsor, Dr. Mike Sandefar from Oakland City University.